Mark Turner with Premier Food Service Group. Salvajor has long been one of my favorite lines to rep. It's a great product with great people, and in 25 years, I haven't had to apologize once. So to go over some of the basics, Salvajor is water cooled. Everybody else in the industry is air cooled. If you've got anything other than an old Porsche 911, that engine is water cooled. Water dissipates heat much better than air does. So the water that flushes stuff down the drain is also what cools the motor, which means as long as water's flowing, this doesn't ever burn out. Ironically, what you don't want to have put in it is plastic forks, plastic knives, saran wrap, things that when it cools down will solidify inside of the motor and block it when you try to turn it back on. So if you drop a fork or a knife or metal in there, it may jam it, but you just fish that out. And then there's a reset switch on the bottom that's a black arrow pointing down. That's probably 75% of the service call. So if people know to hit that reset switch after a jam, you're good to go. A lot of people get intimidated by disposers, and they shouldn't, because it's one of the simplest things to spec in the industry. All you got to do is understand the model numbers. So with Salvajor, the base unit is just a something 100. So 300 is a 3 horsepower. So pretty simple and straightforward on the base unit. So a Salvajor model number will be a 300. The next letters after that 300 will either be a CA for a cone adapter, which is what you have in a prep sink, or an SA for a sink adapter, which is 90% of the orders that goes in a sink basin. The third number is the control panel, and its manual reverse start stop is an MRSS. ARSS is automatic reverse start stop. So even the control panel model numbers are pretty easy to figure out, and they are named to explain what they are. So horsepower, cone or sink, probably a sink, and then what kind of control panel do you want on it? Any control panel can run any disposer, often even other brands, because the control panel only sends a signal to the disposer. If you have a different manufacturer of disposer and it dies, Salvajor gives you a free adapter bracket to mount ours to the mounting holes of whatever other brand. So you can still use their control panel, you can use their mounting, just put one of these on instead, and you've got the best disposer on the market.